Day 22, Whole30. I made a big chicken stew. I took some of the baked chicken from the previous week that I froze, two baked chicken thighs that I seasoned, along with the leftover rotisserie chicken. Put it in the chicken broth in a slow cooker. Threw some carrots, celery, bok choy, garlic, turmeric, ginger, can of diced tomatoes. I used the rest of that seasoning I had from French fry place, Cajun seasoning, I believe, and green onions, a little bit of bell peppers and white onions, and it's a very hearty. And so, some those mini purple and red potatoes. I think there's a couple of yellow ones. The little potatoes you put in stew. I chopped those up a little bit and put them in there. So I was really collecting the leftovers and putting them in a pot. Slow cooked them for 8 hours. Let the meat fall off the bone. And made a nice hearty stew for the week. I took half of it and put it in the freezer. And the other half I have for this week. I had groceries delivered today and got some more plantains. Still doing the one plantain at a time strategy. Got some more potatoes. I think I'm going to do big, thick potato wedges. And then I got some lamb chops and ground beef and some more carrots. I was running out of that. I think I got some more of these spindrifts. I don't think this is in compliance. It just tastes too damn good, and I think it's probably too much too much fruit juice. And even though it's natural fruit juice, the volume ratio to the seltzer water makes it more almost like a smoothie with seltzer water. Even though there's no added sugar, it's kind of going off of the smoothie amount because it's like they put a orange and a fourth in one soda can. That's more than I would most likely eat as an actual fruit. So it's probably low-key cheating. But they taste so good, and they taste so much better than LaCroix. LaCroix is compliant, but this one is not. I think it has more fruit juice than required to be compliant. So I'm gonna have to. I ain't wasting these sodas. I'm gonna go through them, but I won't get them again. Yeah, I'll get them again, but not for Whole30. But I'm on the countdown. The final countdown. I got 8 more days. 8 more days, 8 more days, 8 more days, 8 more days. So I'm very excited about that. Because even though I'm going to be giving up meat, so I'm getting, it's the shopping list is red meat, ground beef, lamb. I didn't get no steaks. But I did get beef stew meat too, because I plan to also make a beef stew again and freeze that, because I will be going, once I get all the way through all the fasts, I will eventually gradually come back out through a Whole30 again before my whole cleansing process is done. So I will be doing another Whole30, but on the way out. So I'll freeze part of that beef stew when I make it. So by the time I am back in Whole30, I will have something to eat. But I took out half of my hair in the back, and it's amazing. As soon as I took half of it out, at least in the back, the itching completely stopped. So I just think maybe the hair itself is really scratchy. I don't know, but my scalp has been so irritated. I can't wait to take all this hair out. I also got my Gasu clay so I can do my scalp detox. Yeah. I asked my son if he wanted to go to the parade this morning, and he said no, his throat is scratchy, so we didn't go. I didn't want to be out in the crowds. They're still making noise out in the streets as we speak. But then he was pouting today about not going to the parade because he was bored. I was like, well, I asked you. I said, are you sure you don't want to go to the parade? Okay, I will call Daddy and tell him not to come, and we won't go to the parade. And we didn't go. I didn't go outside. Well, I did not want to be around all them people because, it's in Oakland sometimes when you have these big events to shootings. And I just didn't want to risk it, honestly. I mean, luckily the parades have been peaceful. I did hear some ambulances going around earlier today, but I don't know if it was parade related or such, but I just don't. I've been to parades where there are shootings, and after being in enough environments where shootings could possibly happen, it makes me less motivated to go to those types of events. And it's kind of sad, but I was like, it's just people get so rowdy and violent, potentially. But luckily everything seemed peaceful. So looking out my window, because I was walking distance to where everything would be happening, so the people were still coming down my street because they had to park in this area and stuff. All the tricked out cars are still with the loud ass mufflers all day. You know what? Let me tell you something about these trick daddy cars. The generation of these people are old now because, one, they're not playing any young people music. They're playing all the local hip hop I grew up listening to when I was in high school in the 90s. And just like old people, they outside early in the early ass morning. So 7 a.m., 6 a.m., I'm hearing boom, 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 like just loud as local music. No young person's up at the ass crack of dawn outside, period. Usually. Bumping music like that. Bumping old music like that. So, and then the thing is, baby, you could tell they're 9-to-5ers, or they're Monday through Friday people, because they come out on the weekends to act on the fool. They come out during all the national bank holidays, and they come during the weekend. I mean, if you're really about that life, you'd be acting a fool on a Wednesday night or some shit. But not that I welcome it, And it's not even trap music. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just the local. It's local stuff, or very old school stuff from early 90s. So that means that the generation with all the pimped out cars, these dudes are in their 50s now. I understand when you're 19 and maybe 25, cruising like that, but you're half a century now doing that. You like your sleep. The thing that pisses me off is they live in some quiet ass suburb somewhere. They come into Oakland, bumping the music and acting a fool, and then they doing the tricks and stuff, and sometimes doing it bad and wrecking people's yards or killing somebody because they ran them over. And then you get to drive your little happy ass back to your suburb and go to bed in a peaceful, quiet place. You bring all the ruckus here, and then you get to drive back home. You know, I used to love sideshows when I was younger, but the culture was different. Just like I used to love graffiti culture, because back in the day, there was a code to graffiti culture. You don't do graffiti on top of murals. You don't do graffiti on top of churches or certain, there was a code to it, and it was actually art. Now there's no respect for anything, and it's not even good quality graffiti. And so it's like hip hop culture has been co-opted and exploited and ruined by posers that don't understand the essence of it, the art, and the significance of it, and they've turned it into something else. Now the people doing sideshows, they don't even have pimped out cars. They're raggedy ass like Kias and shit, trying to do tricks, and the car's damn near falling apart. It cracks like an eggshell if it hits something, and then half your bumpers left in the corner on the street the next day. Like, I remember when sideshows were something to the extent where they were really nice cars. You could tell there was a lot of pride and body work, with the hydraulics, the stuff you would see on TV. It was like you could see it was a prestige. When the guys came out and did their tricks, they did it on cars that were well kept and had unique detailing that only special body shops did. And it was a car show. It was a real car show. Now this is just some random ass and it was in the middle of the night in the hood. Now they're blocking both sides of the freeway, doing dumb stuff. I just don't understand it now. Sorry for my rant, but this is one of those things where I'm living in an area where there's a lot of nightlife, and every single weekend from Thursday to Sunday, you hear the weekend crowd coming and just being loud for no reason. Anyway, I'm done. I've said enough. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.